they say that if they haven't even investigated yet? That's not fair. That's not right. That's not a system of justice. And he was young, he's brown, then he has no chance for justice in this community, in this society. That's not fair. That's why we're out here to demand justice for Anthony Camacho. We need you to take a picture, put it up on Instagram, put it up on Facebook, show up in the next city council meeting. Tell them you demand an impartial investigation. Tell them you demand that the officer be relieved of duty until the investigation is completed. There are killers driving around on these streets. They just killed somebody else today over here on Linden. They shot somebody else. Why? Why is there so much violence? Why is there so much violence coming down from the authorities, from the police, the people? Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing your support. Thank you, thank you. Hug for justice. Give us a hug for justice, please. Thank you. Give us a hug, brother. They got another brother today. Just today, they got another brother. It's not fair. Shame on RPD. Shame on RPD. Shame on Rialto PD. Shame on you. Shame on the Rialto PD. Shame on the Rialto Police Department. What are you guys doing here? I hope you're here to conduct a federal investigation, because the Rialto PD is not going to do a fair investigation. We need an impartial investigation by an independent prosecutor. The DA and the police, they work hand in hand. They depend on each other. You think they're not going to back each other up?
Justice!
Why? Because my promos, he covers that. They're behind. He covers up for them. The sheriff's department, they cover up for the police department. The police department, they cover up for the sheriff's department. The DA covers up for all of them.
Justice!
That's what goes on. That's why there's no justice. That's why there's complete impunity.
My name is Denise Mcgowen. I'm Anthony Camacho's mother. I just want Rialto Police to face the responsibilities of what they did. My son was hit by a Rialto PD on the 13th, starting on Sunday, I believe. He was considered brain dead. The cop was supposedly going 20 miles per hour. That was flipping my son 12 feet only in the air, shattering his leg on the way down, breaking his neck, and collapsing 2 lungs. Massive head trauma, and they said it was my son's fault.
Your son's fault?
Yeah, they said it was my son's fault. They said he was under the influence and came from a broken home. Well, my son was getting ready to leave to the Army. He came to see his sisters last weekend for his last visit, before he took off and left to serve our country. And unfortunately, a cop struck him, blamed my son, and he was on emergency call with no lights, no sirens, and I don't understand that, because if that was any of us, we would be in jail. So why is he back at work? I just want justice for my son. I got to lay my son down to rest. Unfortunately, he doesn't get to serve our country because the Rialto PD took his life. I'm angry. I'm angry. They took my son's life. They didn't give him a chance to have anything but, 19 years old, and all they could do is sit there and slander his name. They don't know him. Justice! These are pictures. He did football. His number was 59. He did football. He did track. This graduation. These are all his friends. Over 200 people went to his funeral. He was loved by all. He was a role model to everybody. And how can they sit there and talk down on my son? When my son, come on, who's going to run in front of a cop? Who's going to run in front of any cop or any car? For 12 feet in the air, they broke my son apart. And they can't feel responsible for that? They cannot feel not 1 ounce. Well, what? The person that did this, I hope he sleeps comfortable. I hope every night he goes to sleep and wakes up with a nightmare. Because he took my only boy from me. That's it. I appreciate everybody. everybody trying me. I gotta deal with this every single day. And for a cop to sit there and slander my son's name, you know, I don't think so. You know what? I'm his mother, and I'm gonna fight for his justice once and for all. That's it. I'm done with all this. You know, just because you're a cop, you can get away with shit. You know, if you can slander my name, I can slander your name. You know, that's my son.
So you know the officer that did this?
No, they released my son's name right off the bat, but they won't release his name. But he's back to work.
They won't release it?
No, not at all. So I know he's at work now.
Yeah.
So I hope when he comes across this day, he feels, you know, what he did. You know what? Let's just admit what you did was wrong and okay. You know, it's not going to bring my son back. It's not going to bring him back at all. But it would also bring me some type of peace that you have some type of a heart. You know, my son had such a future for him, and they took this from him. And if this is, I'm not done. I'm not done until I find justice. You know, if it means taking all this Rialto PD and turning them to sheriffs the way they should be. But Rialto PD is just not right. You know, I grew up here in Rialto, and ever since I was a kid, I've heard nothing but investigations. They just killed someone right now on Linden.
Oh, for real?
Just not, maybe in less than an hour ago. They just had a call. They shot and killed somebody on Linden. For what reason, I don't know. I'm here for the justice for Anthony Camacho and stop them from doing it again.
Which way you want? This way or that?
Some blow that way and some blow that way. What do we want?